It's Madden NFL 24 on EA Sports, and all eyes are on the Monarchs' sure-handed wide receiver. He had a standout game 1 week ago with 3 touchdown catches. It's the Monarchs and the Dreadnoughts, just ahead on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to one of the great cities of the world, London, England. Coming up, another installment of the NFL International Series, and it should be a great one, as it'll be the Dreadnoughts of Virginia Beach and the London Monarchs. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you look at the Londoners as they get ready here. We're in October now, so everybody should be coming into form, shouldn't they?
They really should, and what you have now is a full routine established about what you want to get done and full focus on the season.
Meanwhile, for visiting Virginia Beach, even with all the games we have broadcast together over the years, partner, seems to be a good one. 2 one-loss teams getting together as they're underway on EA Sports. Taken at the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel, doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And almost, but not quite. Needed 10. He got 9. 4th down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the first down.
46 yards on the boot. The coverage holds him to just 3 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they'll be led out by their 8th-year quarterback.
And they are in rhythm on offense because of him. I mean, right now he's got everything going the way he wants to, finding the receivers the way he wants to, looking over defenses. No interceptions is the number I lock in on. Before a touchdown pass isn't so bad either.
Yeah, what a game he had last week. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. When you look at this defense, they sit at number 20 in the NFL right now against the run.
For some defensive fronts, playing the run is not the priority. It's playing the pass, right? They get upfield, they rush the passer, and sometimes neglect stopping the run. That's something that they have to work on and reverse a little.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it was a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too. I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall, and they can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
Well, the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Wide open receiver complete. And they work this out past the 25. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow them to convert a 3rd and 18. They run the option here on 1st and 10. And not a whole lot doing there, so he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
They'll drop to throw. Pressure comes, and down he goes. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up 3rd down.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
Parker, I think this will want to ride very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive. They'll have very good starting field position here after the turnover as they search for the first points of the ball game. Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. His throw incomplete.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. On 3rd down, they'll try and run for it on the draw. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. A strong run there, and for a team and a coaching staff that says they're consistently striving for a solid running game, they love those plays.
Yeah.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And as a result, possession switches hands. Oftentimes with these gadget plays, these fakes, we focus on the offense and say, hey, they practiced this week. They were ready. But the defenses practice these situations too.
And just look at it this way. The two owners sitting up in their boxes, one is saying, boys, my team well prepared, and the other one's like, I got to talk to my coaches. What were they thinking?
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. In trouble, and he's taken down. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. We take a look at his numbers on the ground last week. 2 trips to the end zone and well past 100 yards.
And going back and watching the film, we saw every kind of run from him, didn't we? We saw some power, we saw finesse, we saw speed, and what I love the most, he finished each and every run.
The throw over the middle, taken in. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down.
A gain of 7, and the Virginia Beach first down.
He'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's second down and 2.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. On second down, they'll run it here. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
But you look at this defense.
They were very strong in that victory from a week ago.
Have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw. They ended up getting 4 sacks in the game, stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire time, made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield.
And that's what they told us this week, that pressure on the QB is key. A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the first. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down. They'll look to throw here. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th. And on now is the punter, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And this will be out of bounds, and they spotted it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad.
London about set to take over on offense.
We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second.
At the 8-yard line.
They'll set up a throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll go out of bounds just shy of the 20. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
No score after 1 on EA Sports.
Second quarter now, and it's London with the football, as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Back to throw.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
Taking it about the 36. That'll go as a 42-yard punt, but a net of 32. They had a 10-yard return, and out will come the offense as they take over.
Well, the Virginia Beach offense set to take over. And, partner, I know so far, and we're still in the first half, but you love this game as a defensive guy. 0-0. We'll see if the offense can get going on this drive.
Well, you know how they talk about music to your ears? How about what it does for your eyes when you watch something like this, right, where these teams are locked in and going at it, no points going up on the scoreboard? I'm loving it. You're exactly right.
Well, switch over, though, to an offensive mindset for a moment. What do they need to do here to get on track and get some points?
Well, I think a couple of ways. Number one, you pull out something that maybe they haven't seen before. Coaches always talk about unscouted looks. Maybe you give them something that they haven't seen on tape, and now you shock them that way. The second, run your basic playbook, but run it so well that you give your skill position guys a chance to make big plays individually.
They have the first down. 1st down with that gain of 4 yards.
Virginia Beach, 1st down. At the 8-yard line.
1st down with that gain of 4 yards. 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 1 Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Busting through contact. Just wasn't a huge hole there for him to operate. Stopped just inside the 35-yard line.
At the 34-yard line.
On second down, here's the option.
And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. They're going to look to throw. And that's a touchdown, but hold on. There is a flag down on the field. We'll have to see what this is about.
Pass interference. Defense.
So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. Point after here coming up. It's up and good, and it'll give his guys a 7-0 lead. So the drive there took 6 plays. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. London about set to take over on offense.
Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground.
And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
And this offense on 3rd down today, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 4. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. We're in the 2nd quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, try to get him more involved here on this drive, maybe. And they'll keep leaning on the running game, back to the ground.
And he'll make it only to the 43, a gain of 2. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line.
So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. They'll have good field position at midfield following the turnover as they start with a 1st down here.
A good start to the drive here as that's caught out on the left side.
A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches.
At the 40-yard line.
Looking to throw.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
On third down, they're going to run for it here. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. It'll be a gain of 16 and give him a first down as well.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Back to throw here. And he is going to lose yardage here. They call it a loss of a yard there. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
And this one is right through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
Well, still some climbing left to do to get back to even, but forcing a turnover and getting the field goal there, that's a small step toward erasing the early deficit.
Absolutely. That interception field goal, that's the beginning of what they hope will be several steps towards erasing that deficit and building a lead of their own by the time this game is over.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
You can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Now a loose football, the ball comes out.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home, the next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. 3rd and 7 now.
It's a gain of 4. And it's 3rd down.
They'll set up to throw.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. They've given him some touches. They haven't had a lot of success on the ground. Do you maybe keep going to that well, or do you mix it up more?
I think you mix it up more, try and loosen things up. Get the defense to react to other people, other plays, but don't forget about it. That's your horse. You know, Secretariat lost twice in his career.
So educational. That's very true, kids. Look it up. And the slot man goes in motion left.
Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
A loss of 1.
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, obviously searching for their first touchdown this game, partner, and that quick 3 and out, that's not going to achieve that at all. Give victory to the secondary there. They brought out tight coverage on that 3rd down snap.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Taken from just outside the 30. It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success at least so far here in the second quarter.
Here now, 2nd and 4.
Now back to throw. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete. Maybe a little over-anxious in the pocket there. He just didn't look comfortable on that throw.
No, he didn't, because it wasn't his normal fluid delivery. And I think you might have had it right. Wasn't really confident with what he saw downfield, and it almost felt like he wanted to pull that one back.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down at a 21-yard gain.
They asked him to take charge and get them to a spot where they could at least attempt a kick before the half, and he does just that. Didn't trust what he saw downfield, so he took it upon himself to get them into field goal range using his legs. That's coming through with a play they needed in a big spot.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And that'll be incomplete.
Yeah, offenses always try to be smart about when they're trying to dial up a screen to the running back, because they understand you can only get to the well so many times in a game without the defense starting to anticipate the call.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half.
And based on my math, they've only converted one time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. Third downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And a lot of times you talk about establishing the ground game, probably something they need to do more of here losing in the second quarter.
When you're riding your best horse, you've got to lather him up. The best running backs I've ever talked to, they've all said the exact same thing to me. I'll even break a good sweat until I get to 20 carries.
You're full of good wisdom. Let's see if they can get him into the game more now. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. He'll drop to throw.
A quick throw there is incomplete.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hoping they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
This time they stay on the ground. And he'll only get this to the 14 as he'll come up well short of the first down. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action.
They'll take over. First down and 10.
So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. Here's a 2nd and 7. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
The pass on 2nd down. Complete to number 19.
So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you two in just a bit. But first, let's get everybody caught up with what's going on around the NFL here in Week 5. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. As they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half. And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. So this offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On play action, they'll throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
He'll look to throw. And he comes back with one complete. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
They'll look to throw again. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Well, this is just a continuation of what we saw in the first half. So much for the fresh start to begin the third quarter. Still off-target throws, no rhythm throwing the football, and obviously no touchdown scored in this game.
And this will be taken at the 13. They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, the great coach said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush one, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
Able to shake him off. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on 3rd down.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. London about set to take over on offense. Yeah, with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally, because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. And a quick throw here, that's complete. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
I do think it's fair to say they were caught off guard a little bit when he decided not to throw it on 1st down. But give them credit, they recovered in time to deny him the 1st down yardage. But it's only 2nd and short, so that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. hands it off out of the gun.
And he'll get this down only to about the 46.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
At the 46-yard line.
They'll drop to throw. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
It's a first down on a gain of 10.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry.
And he just danced away from that one defender on his way to a gain of about 7 yards. 2nd and 3, and they trail 7-3, but getting close to changing that. And this defense hoping to limit them to a field goal to preserve the lead. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Really good coverage all over the field, and took away his intended read and almost dared him to try for his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
That is caught.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. This to the sideline and over everybody. Incomplete. No flags forthcoming, though. Maybe a break there. That looked like a clear throwaway to me. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up.
Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Another good drive, Charles, but it looks like another that might end in a field goal try.
They've made some nice plays. They've given themselves opportunities, but as you noted, another field goal attempt coming up. And that's not how they want to end drives. They've got to figure out what's the final touch that they need to push it across the goal line.
And still yet to find the end zone. So they get the field goal, but that was a 14-play drive to get through.
It's like you're going negative on
I
that.
was.
Sounds like you're thinking the 3's just not that good.
And people say that we're negative sometimes. So,
well, here's the deal. Getting the 3 is good. Obviously, you would think on a 14-play drive you're going to get 6 out of it. But that type of a drive can pay dividends later on because you might wear the defense down.
Here's the Virginia Beach offense out and ready to go again. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. They find some open field here. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 78 yards rushing for him now on 17 carries. They had a chance to limit his yardage, but he was able to fight off that tackle.
So it's not just the responsibility of the guys who missed the tackles along the way. It's all on defense, able to stop this guy, unable to do it on that play. They've got to find a way.
And a loose football.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
We just saw the dilemma for every coach. You want them to fight for the extra yardage, but somehow continue to cover the football. Oftentimes when you fight that hard, the ball becomes exposed.
Defensively, it's obvious they're trying to be more aggressive. First tackle a little too aggressive. Second one, though, they strip it loose. London about set to take over on offense.
And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6.
2nd and 6.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he's got his big wide receiver complete.
7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. A third quarter now, a 1-point game as they line up 2nd and 10. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Now they'll run on the draw. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there. 4th and 3.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
Would have been a decently long field goal, 51 yards from here, but instead they're going to go for it. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. So not only do they convert on 4th, but they pick up 22 yards in the process.
Well, it all came together on that one, didn't it?
Big time throw on 4th.
Now that had to feel good, didn't it? Taking that type of a gamble there and making it pay off. What a throw.
And tough as a receiver because no matter how perfect the pass, you know it's 4th down and you got to convert.
A little bit of extra pressure, but he overcame it.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. He'll look to throw. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's unable to haul it in. So it falls incomplete over the middle 3rd of the field. And that brings up 4th.
These guys had to settle for a field goal their last time moving the ball down the field. They may have to do it again on this drive. That could be frustrating.
Yeah, I don't want to be cliche, but at least they were able to get 3 last time. 3 here, not the worst thing in the world. So the tenor of this game now, Charles, is really switched. I mean, they get the fumble. That provides the opportunity. They don't get the touchdown, but they capitalize with a field goal, and that does give them the lead.
I absolutely agree with you there, partner. The tone of this one has completely shifted. Now they're in charge and have momentum on both sides of the ball. And that other sideline, they just went from winning to needing an immediate answer if they want their lead back.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time they coughed it up. Led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. Right there, he rose to the occasion late in a close game.
It's something he thought about, dreamed about, and worked on throughout his career. Because in these types of situations, he wasn't going to allow extra coverage to keep him from getting the football.
Here's a 2nd and 5. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
They always say that real estate is about location. Well, guess what? When it's a slant route, the quick ones, timing, timing, timing. You got to be able to lead your man with the football.
And the timing off right there, threw it behind him. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. An effective 7-yard third down conversion. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. They'll look to throw here. He's across midfield and finally marked down at the 42-yard line. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Big 3rd down. A field goal from this spot, 57 yards as they hope to move it a little closer. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
So they bring out their punter as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. They go play action here on 1st down.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. These two have hooked up 9 times now this afternoon as they pick up the 1st. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
From the 35, here's a 2nd down and 9. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. They'll go for a gain of 7, and that's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
Exit 3rd and 2.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
So possession goes over here on the punt, and the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. An even 100 yards rushing for him now to this point. So not quite a 1st down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down. Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number, it's just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll only get this to the 14 as he'll come up well short of the 1st down. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it. And it'll be 4th down. They bring their punter out there now as he's on to kick it away. That's pulled in at the 32.
Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game in the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there.
2nd down and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. And they'll keep leaning on the running game, back to the ground. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
And they'll come up 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Now back to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. Touchdown! A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year.
And the Dreadnoughts have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter. So they get their tight end away from the line to the outside, and he works his way in for 6.
Tight ends are not just blockers anymore. I don't know how many more times we need examples, but here's a great one. Gets to the outside, they give him the ball pretty quickly, and they trust him to get those extra yards, and boy, did he come through, bullying his way into the end zone after the nice catch.
Extra point right down the middle, and the lead is up to 5. A drive there of just 4 plays.
This taken in at the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. London about set to take over on offense. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the fourth quarter.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Well, any caused incompletion is good for a defense, but when you add to it that you get a little hit on the quarterback, knock him to the ground, make him think a little bit, hopefully knock him off his game, especially in a game of this magnitude, this tight in the fourth quarter, you got to feel pretty good as a defense.
A gain of 13, it's a 1st down. Now they'll throw here, out of the gun. Oh, a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a 1st down.
I felt that one all the way up here. How about that big man laying out and making that catch?
Yeah, that wasn't a 180-pound wideout. That was a tight end.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10.
Back to throw again.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. I guess they're in a situation now, fourth quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted, and if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. A big-time sack there on 4th down. And that will force a turnover on downs. So the failure to convert no doubt really hurts, but this one's not over. A good chunk of time on the clock and the timeouts.
Yeah, not only do they have the timeouts, as you just noted, they're going to get an extra one with the 2-minute warning. And that's going to help in big way. So in a sense, they have 4 timeouts in their pocket. The big thing, stopping them on defense now. They can't let them get a first down and make them use their timeouts and get a fresh set of downs. They've got to stop them right here. And if so, they've still got an opportunity.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that. Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through, and that'll push the lead up to 8. But from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Back to throw. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. Couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You have to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over.
And a fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.
So for Virginia Beach,
they boost their record up to a strong 4-1, and they'll get another road date next week. Meanwhile, for London, the loss will move.